I don't do anything particular. Just my teammates are helping me, and I try to manage it as good as I can, and it's working well for now because we win. But for example, Nisqy, no pressure when he talks. Like it's helping me a lot. Like he has no pressure when he talks. He talks well. It's very clear, so it helps me a lot to like relax.
Hey guys, this is Pedro, and I'm here with a brand new interview for the channel. Again, covering week one for the LEC 2024 Winter Split. I'm here accompanied by Isma, the jungler for SK Gaming, who just came off of a resounding 3-0 week one display in the LEC to finish at the top of the table. And so, Isma, regarding what I just said of the team doing well after week one, how are you taking in this whole situation for you?
I'm very happy. I mean, I'm really, really happy to get to go 3-0 first week. I didn't expect it. I mean, we were doing good in scrim, so I was really confident. But it's another level, like it's another world, the stage, right? So I was still very nervous about it and all that stuff. But in the end, we went 3-0, so I'm really, really, really happy. I will continue to work hard, and I will try to be. I mean, I will try to just keep it and do 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, hopefully.
Yeah, and hopefully that can continue to be the case for you specifically. And of course, on top of the team doing well for you, it's your debut in the LEC, and also you mentioned about how you were a little very nervous, little slash very nervous, when it came to playing on the main stage. How were you able to then control your nerves from like
Mm,
the first match up until now? Because even so, like you didn't really show that you were nervous. You were basically playing very well.
thanks you. My teammates helps me a lot, like in game, out of the game, to be less nervous and all that stuff. So this is helping me a lot. And other than this, I'm very nervous during the draft, but after it's getting better, right? If like when we get first blood, like when we get killed, when we fight and all that stuff, it's the pressure goes way lower. So I manage it like this. I don't do anything particular. Just my teammates are helping me, and I try to manage it as good as I can, and it's working well for now because we win. But
Let me just list out your collective KDA for week one. It went 5 kills, 3 total devs, and then a resounding 42 assists. It's quite. I mean, as a jungler, you can't do any more much better than that. And you mentioned about how your teammates has been helping you do well within the server. Exactly what were the kind of things that your teammates have done to help you just place as well as you did in week one?
mm, I mean, in game, it's very clear. For example, Nisqy, no pressure when he talks. Like it's helping me a lot. Like he has no pressure when he talks. He talks well. It's very clear, so it helps me a lot to like relax, like to not stress because I'm not thinking much in mid game. In early game, I do my stuff. I do what I think is good, but after he's doing the most part, and I mean, and as well out of the game. I mean, he explains me like I mean, we talk a lot. Like we just talk a lot about everything, and it helps me to realize that it's like, I mean, in the end, just a game of league, right? So
Yeah, so it's mostly been Nisqy that has been like basically being your guide when it came to just going through all of the things that you had to go through, right?
yes.
Okay, okay. And what about your other teammates? What kind of input does have they given to you, in addition to what Nisqy has been helping you?
I mean, everyone is very nice with me. I would say maybe Nisqy is the leader, and we are like, and everyone is very nice to me. Like they explain me like that the LEC is not that different to ERL and all that stuff, for example. But it's mainly Nisqy.
Yeah, and of course, in doing so, in appearing to the LEC, you've been playing basically your entire career in the ERLs, and so how do you view your adjustments and your growth from playing in the ERLs to now going into LEC? What's been the biggest improvement for you so far from going from ERLs to LEC?
You mean the level between ERL and LEC?
No, for you specifically, your growth, your development.
Oh, okay, okay. I would say I'm way more aggressive now, and it helps me a lot to be a better player. I mean, mainly due to my coach, because he was like in Movistar Riders, that the team I played before, we were really, really aggressive, and it helped me a lot to just play better. And other than that, I would say the like map movement, like tempo, all that stuff. When do I have to base? When do I have to gank? When do I have to do things? And as well mid game. I mean, it's a lot of things that game, but I would say the big thing is like I'm way more aggressive now and I put way more pressure now than before.
Yeah, and looking into the second day of week one, you took on Mad Lions, which featured your past teammates in first Skwin and then Super and then Alvaro. What was it like taking on against them on the other side of the server?
It was really fun to play versus them. I really like them. I mean, they are all my friends and the coach as well. So it was very fun to play versus them. It was a bit special, right? Because they were all my last teammate. So it felt a bit weird, and I was kind of sad for them because I really like them. But it was really fun to play, and I have no doubt that they will bounce back. And it's a good team. So I have no doubt that they will do good.
Was there like any trash talk between you guys, in anticipation of that kind of stuff, or just like oh hey,
No,
good luck and stuff like
no,
that?
no, no, no. It's more like, hey, good luck, like really, really, like friendly between each other. So it's very nice. Like no trash talk or anything.
Yeah, and of course, and sticking with you, formerly playing in the ERLs, what do you feel was the one thing that helped you grow to the level in which you're now a part of SK and just being on the LEC?
Repeat, sorry.
Yeah, what is one thing that from your experience in the ERLs that helped you
hmm
become the player that you are right now with SK?
I think my split in LVP, my split in LVP, where I completely changed my playstyle to be like an AFK farmer kinda to a guy that like is really aggressive. So I think that's the main thing that helped me to be better. Like just being really, really aggressive. I think that's the thing that made me better.
Mhm. Yeah, and that said, you guys are going to continue that momentum and continue to play well. For you specifically, Isma, for next week, in which you take on Heretics, BDS, and then also Giant X. Quite another batch of impressive teams to take on. And so, what are your
Yes.
thoughts on taking on against those three teams for week two in the future?
Mm. I mean, I really want to win, right? But I don't have. It's not free win. Like they are good teams as well. So mm, I mean, I will just wait, prepare myself the best as I can for the next week, and and that's it. Basically.
Yeah, of course, and yeah, got one more question to ask before we wrap it up. Um, what is one thing that you feel now that you've been able to debut in the LEC and now have been able to get that experience on the main stage? What is one thing that you feel you need to adjust from
Mm,
now up until the start of week two?
in game.
Anywhere, either inside or
Anyway, okay,
outside.
yeah. I mean, yeah, in game, I would say my mid game is not the best. I fall behind a lot and all that stuff. So I would say mid game. My mid game needs to be better, I think.
And hopefully you're able to correct those issues for week
Yes.
two. Isma, thank you so much once again for taking the time doing this. To really appreciate it, and best of luck in the future.
Thanks you. Thanks you a lot. Yeah.